Well, Zakai, I mean, I think you probably already had seen, the support that Tennessee fans have in you with the NIL deal a couple weeks ago. But can you just put into words what it meant to you and your family last week with the GoFundMe?
Oh, it meant everything. I didn't even expect the support to be that much. I know everybody had love for me, but after that, it just blew me and my family away. It's nothing but great words from Ball Nation.
Would you talk a little bit about, if you could explain what it's been like for you this year to play at an arena that's 18,000 average, packed a lot, and then to go undefeated at home, just that whole experience, what that's been like for you?
Oh, the best experience ever. I never even would think, a couple years ago, I wouldn't think that I would be playing in this situation or would be even sitting in this situation right now. So every night that I go out and play, whether I'm playing good or bad, I leave saying, oh, what a blessing. What a blessing it is to be able to play in front of all these people.
Can you take us back to after the Auburn game, how you found out about the fire and kind of what that next couple days was like?
My sister just called me, and she had told me, I think something going on at home. And once I called my mom, and she showed me, flipped the camera and showed me, I was just like my eyes blew up. Like I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what I should do. So I was just lost for words in that moment.
What's it been like having your family now here with you and kind of being able to look out for them here in the aftermath of all of that?
Oh, it's great, because me and my mom, we never really been separated like that. I always been maybe 2 or 3 hours away on quick stop away. So now that they're back again close to me, just loving this, a really good feeling.
Zakai, when you came on the court the other day, the crowd went crazy for you, and you acknowledged them and waved. I mean, what was that moment like for you? What were the emotions behind that moment?
Oh, it was a great moment, because I just knew that what they put into me and how they feel about me. So once I got in the game, I didn't believe that everybody would do that, but once I got in the game, everybody started acknowledging me. I just felt like the love and the energy came right back into me. Like it just showed me how much they love me, besides the GoFundMe and everything.
And one more question. It's been, I guess, a little over a week now. What has this week been like? Learning about the tragedy and then, seeing all the support. Just can you encapsulate it all?
It's just, like I said before, it's just a really good feeling. We're just currently looking at our next step, but it's just a good feeling. We're just staying blessed and feeling blessed of what everybody continues to do for us.
When the GoFundMe went live, were you sitting there refreshing it a bunch, or did you just ignore it for a little bit and come back to it, or what?
At first, I refreshed it like 2 or 3 times, and then I just let it sit. And somebody was like, "Have you seen it?" And I was like, "No." And I looked back. I was like, "What the? This is at the goal already." It's like, "Yeah, I know. I told you." I was not expecting it to be like that. My eyes just lit up.
So what was your reaction when you saw it exceed 350,000?
Exactly how I'm sitting here right now. I was just like, is this real? I kept refreshing it, like swiping out the page. I was like, there's no way this is real right now. Words couldn't even explain how I was feeling.
When you go through a tragedy like that, it's probably tough to focus. Has this impacted your play at all, do you think?
I felt like when it first happened, it affected me a little bit. Emotionally, once I see my mother again, it affected me a little bit. But after the fact, I just had to lock back in and get back to doing what I do and what my team needs me to do.
You just said that someone kind of alerted you to how much had been raised and told you that, I told you it was going to be like that. Who was that, and what had they kind of told you before?
I feel like it was everybody. It was just saying like, yo, don't worry, everybody's gonna have your back. Everybody's gonna have your back. So once I saw that last number, I was like, wow. It was maybe like 30 minutes later. I looked back at it. I was like, this is real right now. Like everybody's really doing this, and I was just like lost for words. Like I just walk around with a big smile, but I was just lost for words. Even right now, I still am.
A little less serious question, but have you and Kennedy played a whole lot of one-on-one since you got here, and who typically wins those games?
We haven't really played one-on-one, actually. Like usually it's 5-on-5. We battling each other in practice, but usually he gets the best of me one day, I get the best of him. But it's always battles. It's always a battle it out, always. But he's a really good player. He's a great player.
Zakai, I know during travel ball, you play a ton of games in the summer. High school, you have a postseason. But what's the conference grind been like just physically for you to adjust to as a freshman, and how beneficial do you think these 5 days off are before you play again?
It's really good because we know that we need to rest our bodies. We know that we got some really big games coming up, some really important games, and it's money time right now. March is the biggest time of the year, so we know we're gonna need our bodies. We should rest our bodies and just stay locked in.
Did you ever envision yourself becoming a fan favorite like you are right now?
No, I had no idea it would be like this at all. And even now, people tell me, "Oh yeah, you're the fan favorite." I'd be like, "No, I am not." Like, and it's just crazy walking outside and now people knowing who you are. It's a different feeling. I don't want to say it's weird, but it's just a different feeling that I still can't believe most of the time. Like people ask me for pictures and autographs, I'd be like lost for words. Like, all right, I'll give you one. After I leave, I'll look at my mom like, did I just really do that? It'll just be a different feeling, but I never thought it would be like that.
Coach Barnes likes to talk about Kennedy having a 6'7" wingspan. How does that affect the way that he is to go against when he's playing defense? I mean, what does that do that makes him hard to deal with?
Oh man, it makes it harder to pass the ball because he has really active hands. He likes to get steals. So for him just to go like this and put his arms out wide and he doesn't even have to move his arms. All he has to do is put his arms up, and it makes it that much harder to pass the ball. So that plays a really big part. We praise like him about how high his hands are and how many deflections and steals he gets. And that 6'7" wingspan really plays a huge part in it.
What's your wingspan? No, I'm just kidding. Did you grow up thinking about playing in the NCAA tournament, playing in March, or you were just looking for offers? Did your mind ever go that far?
I always watched it with my cousins, my uncles. We always watched it growing up. The NCAA tournament, whether it was the Final Four, I never really watched it all the way through. I always used to be like a big fan of it, of basketball. So now that I'm getting the chance to play in it, my mother asked me yesterday, "How do I feel?" I was like, "Man, I don't even know." Like, I feel like once I'm on the court, I'll just be like, "All right, now I'm here. There's no turning back." So, but it's just a loss for words when it comes to that.
How do you feel like, two things. One, how do you feel like Kennedy Chandler's helped you? How do you feel like you have helped Kennedy Chandler?
I think we helped each other with our speed because I'm not sure if he has guarded somebody as quick as I am, but I definitely have never guarded anybody as fast as he is. So he has helped me in a tremendous way. Nobody has ever put that much pressure on me coming downhill. So when we're in practice, I've been thinking like, oh my God, he got this dude is like he's a really hard player to guard in transition. So just for him to run at me full speed is one of the hardest players I've ever guarded in that situation. Seriously.
We've asked your reaction to the GoFundMe. What was your mom's reaction when she saw how much was raised?
She was just shocked and overwhelmed, and she was just so thankful and blessed. Like she just didn't want to say, okay, I expected this, but like she was so overwhelmed she didn't have words. She will call me every 5 minutes crying. Every 5 minutes.
You cry with her?
Nah, not with her. One time away from her, but not with her.
Your mom's talked about potentially moving down here before. Is that more likely now? Is that something that y'all are still exploring?
We're exploring it right now, but we don't have the full information to give out there. We don't know yet what we're exactly going to do, but definitely looking towards it. Definitely looking towards it.
Did you notice at any point late in the season playing here that you would get ovations just for checking in?
No.
You didn't hear that?
One time, well, it happened one time before our last game, but I was like, everybody, we all looked around. I think Josiah, I was like, what are they clapping for? And then it was just a crazy moment. But when stuff like that happens, even if it's not for me, for my teammates, that brings my energy up. That makes me happier.
Zakai, I know you said in the GoFundMe post that whatever extra money outside of the losses that you all needed, you donate to charity. Have you given any thought what charity you want to donate to?
As of right now, we haven't really thought of what charity, but we're definitely looking into that because that is a big part of our lives. So we're definitely looking into it, but we haven't decided exactly which charities.
All right, Zakai, thank you very much.
Wow. No problem.
Hey, Zakai.
Second. That was